Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Canal. Renee, myself. Sowore. Sowore. Sowore, how many times I call you? You don't they make me they love you so much more the way when you take the talk not be what you talk or the way you they fight for. But the way when you take the talk, it be like say you don't get fear again. I imagine like somebody like Sowore. Now you get the momentum when P2B get that time. And with this is ruggedity, and when not they fear anybody. If I secure our vote, as I see him, I know what I'm saying. But he no get momentum. Now be problem when we get that. He no get momentum. But he get in Gabase. He get the ruggedity to secure anything when he get. He get them. Because I go share them. But P2B get support and momentum. People when they ready and willing to buy for them. But he no get this gara to secure what we don't give him. Now the problem when we get that one. So the combination of Sowore and P2B for makes sense. But Sowore not the hear word. Because now you supposed go meet your elder brother. You know the hear word. We for not the where we there now. No. You don't they blame. You don't they talk say even though I don't know what you got problem with Tinubu. Why you talk this thing to Tinubu? You for Kukuma face the police IG alone. No, you leave police IG youth and they fight. You they bring my father Tinubu into this equation. What it concern Tinubu with this case now? I they ask you. For those who do not understand what I'm talking about, watch the video.
Even if President, Bola Tinubu had appeared as my shorty, I would have rejected that very laughable, frivolous, ridiculous, and I dare say stupid bail condition. And I can guarantee you that at that time, Egbetekun probably had just joined the police and he was a sergeant, or that is if he has not forged his age.
This guy, the way they talk, he talk anything way I like. He don't send you. I can't like as they talk. He said the police, that one, if the police IG no forge his certificate. Jesus.
Let me just say hello to the press. Thank you very much. Yes. You're going live? Okay. Is everybody ready?
We are ready.
Yes.
We are ready, sir.
We have just completed one leg of the arguments for today. The police came, charged me for offenses that were contrary to the police service rules 367, which says that no police officer should use the police office to carry out personal vendetta. That's pretty much how that was described. But the IG of police, the illegal IG of police, I'm repeating it here again today,
Illegal.
Kayode Egbetokun, is doing just that. We are here to end the charlatanism that has become Nigeria and public office and public service. So I'm following the police back to the hotel they provided for me. They call it hotel in there because tomorrow the judge will give a final ruling on bail. Even though it should never have happened that somebody of my status, a presidential candidate twice in this country, who, if elections were properly held, I'll be president today with full immunity, is being told that I will jump for offense of cybercrime. I even have another trial coming out on February 4th for the same offense. But this is the country we found ourselves. I'm going to leave you with lawyers, very competent, radical, tireless, indefatigable lawyers to brief you with the rest. Yes, go ahead. I rejected the administrative bail of the police because I cannot, in good conscience, continue to participate in illegality. The courts have made it very clear that the police have no right to grant administrative bail that asks for civil servants to own, first and foremost, 100 million naira houses, which is a crime. That's corruption. To stand bail for me, who is an employer of labor. I'm a publisher of an internationally renowned news website. I have people who are hired in Nigeria and abroad. I'm not a civil servant. In fact, I'm an uncivil citizen who is against all kinds of corruption, and I've spent my entire life fighting against corruption. So to now ask me, to insult me that I should provide a level 17 director who had not, who had not gotten employment when I was fighting for democracy in 1992.
The police IG.
To now ask the president to come and stand shorty for me is the biggest insult. Even if Bola Tinubu had appeared as my shorty, I would have rejected that very laughable, frivolous, ridiculous, and I dare say stupid bail condition. If the court in its own wisdom decide that they want my passport in their coffers because it's a very special passport, that's a different issue. But we must continue to reject the impunity of the Nigerian police and their officers who will just invite you and then ask you to deposit your passport. I'm going to bring a level 17 civil servant. Even by the civil service rules, there is no level 17 officer. Because a level 17 officer in the civil service is a permanent secretary who is politically appointed by the president. So you expect such a person to come and stand shorty for Sowore. I'm not being arrogant and I'm not bragging. But, you know, in 1992, when I was a student leader, Tinubu was a senator. Jesus. And I was more powerful than him in the Nigerian society.
You mean now?
So how dare them ask me? And I can guarantee you that at that time, Egbetekun probably had just joined the police and he was a sergeant, or that is if he has not forged his page.
Counsel, Barrister Marshall is not around, you know, but the media they were in court, and I think the whole idea, just like I've said, is that the police have better things doing with their time. They should be in Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, tackling the Lakurawa terrorist group who are killing our military, you know, instead of all these shenanigans, you know, and bedbox chasing, and it's unnecessary. What we are currently witnessing in Nigeria is completely unnecessary. You know, I'm urging the Nigerian police to stop abusing his power, his office. What he's doing is abuse of power, abuse of office, simpliciter. There's no any other name for it. How can you be because somebody criticizes you? You are using taxpayers' money to prosecute and victimize your critic, because he has criticized you, he has called you illegal. If somebody says you are an illegal IG, you will just ignore him now if you are not illegal. It's very simple. You know, so I don't see why, and this is setting bad precedents for issues around prosecutorial powers. It's an clear abuse of prosecutorial powers. Okay, finally, thank God I said Marshall is here, so let Marshall come and speak to you. Since I told you that I cannot speak to you on this matter.
Marshall.
No. You are our lead counsel. Just speak to the issue.
Marshall, go on.
Sowore is a man. Firstly, he was invited via a message that was sent to his phone on WhatsApp. He left his home, traveled all the way from America, came to Nigeria, and went and walked to the headquarters of the Nigerian police and presented himself to them for questioning. Mr. Sowore was charged in 2019 with trumped-up charges for treason in this country. For over 3 years, he stood the rigors of a full trial until he was acquitted by the AGF, who found merit in the fact that the charges were trumped up and should never have been in the first place.
Okay.
If a man could stand trial for an offense whose result or conviction in is a likely death sentence or life imprisonment, what is the instant charge that he will not stand trial for? Where we all know that the instant charge is both aberrational, illegal, and an attempt to persecute a Nigerian for speaking truth to power. There is a 16-count charge filed against Mr. Sowore in court today, all centered on his challenge on the illegal occupation of the office of the IG by the present occupants. Section 367 of the police regulations prohibits the filing of a charge of this nature by a police officer who is using the instrument of his office as a tool of settling personal vendetta. The said section 367 of the police regulations prohibits the IG from using his office. This is an abuse of prosecutorial powers by the police. This charge, we repeat, should never have been in the first place. And this charge must be withdrawn by the AGF. We will ensure that we raise the appropriate petitions to the office of the AGF. Section 174 of the Constitution vests in the AGF the power to prosecute and undertake all criminal prosecutions in the country in the AGF. This is a clear abuse of such powers, and the police has no right or reason to file the instant charge in court. We have no doubt, we have full confidence that we are ready to go through the rigors of the instant charge, because we know that in the long run it will go like the ones before them. It's all charade, it's all a facade, and it should never have been in the first place.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, talking about the ruggedity of Sowore, make I show you a video, a clip, where he was brought out from the court and was taken to a hotel or prison or jail. Watch video.
Oh, yeah. Do you have my bag, my detention bag?
No, sir.
You didn't bring the bag?
No.
Where is it?
It's at home, but I'll bring it over.
Oh, you don't know?
I didn't know you were bringing it out. I didn't know you were coming with that.
I told you to bring it. Hold on, where's my friend? You are not supposed to be traveling in the middle of now.
No, you're VIP now. Executive.
I'll bring a passport so that police will stop us on the road.
No problem, no problem. You have escort. I'm going to provide you escort. Revolution.
Leave revolution first, Oga. Who be this one again? Allow our man to go where in hotel or in jail in peace.
Do you know this place?
Leave revolution first.
You know where they're taking him to? I'll be back with your stuff. Can I go back now? Does it need the food?
Leave food matter. Thank you. This one don't do. This one don't do. They don't see him. Don't worry, remove him. He don't do. Nadi, what make me play this video? Nadi, atmosphere when Sowore they take come out. The guy they very relaxed. You know, if he say anything they happen. I just like his kind of person. If people like say don't they used to jail and prison, you don't they enjoy them. They even sometimes if you like say if you did 3 months, you never go, you go find one trouble, may you go back there. People like say they enjoy the jail. The jail, you know some people they like that. It's like when you begin to beat Pekin, if you do the beat them, you go they used to the beating. Now if you did one in the you like jail now. Oh well, not too much. Now there's one thing I like Sowore. If Sowore eventually becomes the president of Nigeria, this guy go dey very much detribalized. You know, go be tribalistic president. I know that one. He get because if somebody they do something, you go know his kind of person. He not in an open-minded person. He not be person when be say he dey tribalistic. He did this. If he see truth, he dey talk. And even though say that place not being tried, even though say not be your own tribe, the thing that affect, he go talk the truth. For those who want to understand why I make this statement, watch this video.
Talking about Biafra.
Yes.
You had a meeting
Yes.
with Nnamdi Kanu, and that sparked, in fact, I
New York.
Yeah, I think you got arrested after that
Yes.
meeting. People would say, you people are not fighting the same cause. You are fighting to be the president of the country. Yes. He is fighting to divide the country.
Yes.
People would say, why would you be seen in such a meeting? Would you like to clear that
You
air?
see, anybody that lacks any sense of consciousness would ignore social movements. That is the problem with Nigerian leadership. You cannot have a country in which there are 251 tribes or languages, and one big section says, we are not satisfied with here, and you don't talk to them, you don't understand them. Then you are not a leader of that country. The reason I met him was to understand first what his struggle was about, which I knew already. And secondly, to also advise him on the way that I think we could all work together. And thirdly, to send a message to the Nigerian people that we can walk through our differences, even at these levels. And I was surprised that contrary to what some people are saying, he did not want Nigeria to break up. He wanted a Nigeria where the Igbo man can survive. But for an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
Wait, the meeting you had with Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
You are telling us now that Nnamdi Kanu, from what you understand from the meeting with him, he does not want Nigeria to break, to divide.
No, he said clearly that it is too late for Nigeria to come together. But he gave his conditions. We live streamed the meeting now. It's online.
Okay.
And part of it was live streamed. Some of them were private. But he said that he feels that if Nigeria were to respect certain protocols, including a referendum inserted in the constitution, and he still says it even now in court, that if he's released, he will go back and end the bloodshedding. The bloodshedding is in that part, and that a conversation can. He says that in every court appearance, that he's being held is not helping the opportunity to have a conversation about whatever it is, the unity you are begging for. But you see, Nigeria has a problem, and I've always said Nigeria has an Igbo problem. And I'm not saying it to please people who are known as Igbos. But the moment they decided to take the action they took in 1967 to 1970, the war, Nigeria, having won that war in their eyes, never forgave the Igbos. That is the reality. And if I were to be president of Nigeria today, the first thing I would do is to head to the Southeast and apologize to them for the war.
Thank you.
Part of it is that I never participated in it. And I cannot continue to fight a war that I did not engage
When you
in.
know start.
And then ask them, what do we want?
So are you saying that the federal government has, till like even before successive governments, they've always had this anger against the Igbos?
There is a secret memo, I don't know where it is located, in government, that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will overrun. It's a well-known fact. Even our parents, tell us, Igbo. You understand? Some of them even say unconsciously. They even say it on radio shows in this country. So don't let us lie to ourselves, because except we bring this out openly and discuss, is a taboo that we have refused to discuss.
True.
We are not going to solve the problem. It is the reason why the federal government of Nigeria feels that in 2024, detaining Nnamdi Kanu against all the court orders, against all the court rulings, is the only way to go. You know, I was detained in the DSS place for 5 months.
Yes.
There's nothing there to detain anybody for. The place is not even functioning.
You mean
the DSS headquarters. Yes, is it the same DSS people who are watching BB Nigeria from morning to night? No, it's true now.
How should I do that?
And I was there with them for 5 months. I've said this publicly. So all the institutions in this country are broken down. But let's get back to a reality. One thing I've told people is that you are looking at Igbos as the only people who want to secede. But who in this country today has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Mentally seceded. Who has not left? Except those who are trapped.
That one, enter.
If anybody in this country is working in a bank and he has 10 million naira and somebody say you can get into Canada, he will leave the next day.
I swear.
Is that not secession? Is it, what of secession is that you leave a country, you say to that country goodbye,
and not do it
you
again.
get to the other country, you bow down, you touch the soil. And then you renounce your citizenship of the country you are coming from. Is that not what they call secession? So if you want to look at the number of people that have seceded in that Japa syndrome,
I'm still in Nigeria.
there are more than all the Igbos combined together who are asking to leave. And in the process of keeping Nigeria united, we have let go of more citizens than the country should have. Yes.
So you think if they had if they had, because I mean, from the last thing you said now, you say in the process of trying to keep Nigeria united,
yes,
we have let go of more citizens than we should have.
Of course.
So if we had allowed for the division or secession of Nigeria, most of our citizens that are outside would not have been outside.
No, you see, it is not the secession I'm talking about.
Okay, what are you talking about?
It is what led to the war that we did not address.
Okay.
And what happened after the war. Why is it that Nigeria hasn't been able to overcome the Biafran problem? It's because Nigeria never addressed what the Biafrans were asking for before the war.
What were they asking for?
They were asking for to be treated not as second-class citizens in this country. Don't you know what happened, the called pogrom in this country, where people were slaughtered and their bodies and their heads placed inside the train going down south? Yes, from the different parts of the north. Are we ignoring that? So
that happened
before the war.
Before the war, that's what they call pogrom. You know, people who were settled, doing well, they were slaughtering them and sending their bodies and their heads inside calabash and sending on trains that was heading east.
Were they Easterners?
They were Easterners. Yes, why are you asking me? It's there in, go and Google it now.
No verse.
So you expect that will happen, and then there was a war that eviscerated 3 million people.
Wow.
And when the war was over, you just say, oh, nobody was vanquished, nobody was victorious. And then
3 hours.
But you still kept a memo and said, don't trust them.
Collect people money, give them £20.
And then you took their properties. Ojukwu did not get back JAMB until 1992 now, his father's house, that is known as JAMB headquarters here in Ikoyi. It was after he came back from Ivory Coast. It was Babangida, I think, that gave him back their property. So any country that is perpetually carrying out systemic injustice against will lose more citizens than they should have. The reason why countries that are work is because citizens believe in their country. And you cannot force that belief. It has to come through social justice.
True.
It has to come through economic justice. Why is it that, my children can feel like they are US citizens, even though they were born there? It's because before they let you take them out of the hospital, they must take all their immunity,
everything,
injections. You cannot put them at home and not go back to the doctor to go and complete it. And when it's time for school, they cannot be out of school for 2 days. And you'll be saying that, no, I want Shikira to go and be selling pure water.
Yeah, not let you.
He will go to jail. So, and then when it's time for them to go to college, there is loan, there is grant, You
are talking fast.
It's okay. Thank you, Sowore. There's some kind of liberal mind you have that I love so much. If you come to power, you will exhibit it like that you are saying it. It's all right. Now, let me come to my people one day for abroad. One won't send money. Guys, for most of you who always ask me, Man Polo, what is the best way? What is the best way to send money back home to Nigeria? The best way is Taptap send. They are very quick, very reliable. No fee, everything free. Very high rate as well. You can choose to receive both in dollar and in naira, anyone way you like. Now your choice. If you can't add my promo code MANPOLO or capital letter, if you mistakenly put them, they add more money for you. If you are a first user, they will add more money for you. If you are in the UK, they'll add more £5. If you are in US, more $10. If you are in Canada, more $10. If you're any part of Europe, more €5. So now, if you are in the UK, if you are in Canada, America, any part of Europe, or say so, quick, go to your app store now if you have not downloaded. Don't allow people to rip you off. Other people that will be telling you, oh, you need £5 fee for £100, for €100, for $100. You need to pay £5. You need to pay €5. You need to pay $5. We don't do it in Taptap Send. We don't do it. Just download and send for free. And their rate is out of this world. Don't forget my promo code, MANPOLO. You will be fine. Guys, if you love what we are doing here, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, even on TikTok. All our Man Political Love, guys. Peace out.